just insane going on that circuit with Sir Jackie Stewart in the helmet, all strapped up. And he's laughing and joking. And
this was in what car?
This was in a McLaren.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Then I got to go last year in I think it's a P3, P4 Ferrari. So I got to go in one of those, and that was at 300 miles an hour on the circuit, which was incredible. And then, of course, I met Lewis Hamilton, and that was very exciting, and Massa, who I really, really like. So, yeah, I love F1.
Oh, wow. Tell us a bit about your music now. I believe your latest album.
Yes.
You have made music which is, as someone described, that it's perfect for a long drive.
Well, you know what? I think that nowadays all of us spend so much time in our car, be it driving to parties or be it getting to work. And that's why radio's become so big, right? Because people want to hear great music and stuff. So when I was making my album, I guess subconsciously I wanted it to be, young, vibey, trendy, not annoying. And that's why Sound of Sophie is what it is. And it feels really great when friends of mine, like the designer Rocky S or Fredine, they tell me, your album sounds awesome in the car, and that's a really great feeling because I think so many of us do test out albums in a car. You want to hear if it's sounding, that's usually where most of us have a really good sound system or, where we're checking out stuff we like. And if that's the feedback I get, it feels good,
Nice,
it's good.
Nice. Have you had any experiences on motorcycles?
I have.
Oh, tell me.
I have. Well, you know what? I was a VJ, as everybody knows, and Roadies has gone on to become, one of the biggest shows, but I actually did the first one when it was all new and everything, and we really didn't know what we were getting into at that time. We didn't realize how iconic it would be and how popular it would be, and I used to just kind of think, who are these bunch of crazy people obsessed with bikes? But some of those guys were absolutely amazing, and I remember them taking me for amazing spins when we'd be shooting and doing all kinds of cool tricks.
Well, thank you so much, Sophie. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. It was lovely chatting with you too.
And drive safe.
Yeah, I'll make sure he does.
Be driven safe, actually.
This show brought to you by Servo Lubricants, 100% performance every time.
अरे मेरी टाइल्स कहाँ है? अंडा यहाँ? हैं? उफ, ये क्या पागलपन? मेरी टैक्स फाइल? हर चीज इधर उधर। चाय?
आप भी अपने बच्चे को दीजिए एक स्पेशल सरप्राइज। पेश है भारतीय एक्सा लाइफ ब्राइट स्टार्स प्लस, जो फंड वैल्यू पर दिलाए 7% का सरप्राइज जंप स्टार्ट बोनस। भारतीय एक्सा लाइफ इंश्योरेंस।
New Axe Boost. Boost your chances.
With Philips CFL, get Simple Fresh Aqua Soap absolutely free.
आइसक्रीम खाएगी?
आइसक्रीम? ये है डबल आनंद। पहला आनंद पॉलिसी टर्म के अंत पर मैच्योरिटी क्लेम का पूरा भुगतान, और दूसरा आपके अपनों के लिए लाइफ कवर की पूरी रकम बिना किसी प्रीमियम के। LIC जीवन आनंद, आनंद ही आनंद।
Presenting the most sought-after range of mobile phones from Videocon. Videocon mobile phones. V is the new me.
Something's missing. Something's missing. Something's missing.
The next generation Indigo Manza makes everything else seem less than complete.
some things.
Ladies and gentlemen, आज मैं आपके सामने एक अनोखा आइटम पेश करूंगी।
Teasing, alluring, and the ultimate femme fatale. Movements that could melt any heart. A dance that created a stir in the Hindi film industry in the late 1940s. It was cinema's first bold step to attain commercial success. A form that has created legends. A motif that has grown over the years to become what it is today. This week on Total Recall, we get you the journey of Cabaret. From the vamp's weapon to the leading lady's magical charm. To a producer's trick to win the numbers. The journey of the titillating number over the decades. British brought Cabaret to Indian shores, and Bombay Talkies in its inception lapped it up, giving Bollywood storylines a ravishing makeover.
In the 50s, we had finished with our struggle with the West, but we were fighting for our own identity. And that is the time I think we started making more entertaining cinema. So slowly, the nightclub culture, the lifestyle of the rich and the famous was introduced, and according to me, it is that nightclub which got transformed into the cabaret.
The power of the female charm made daring inroads into cinema, making film distributors sit up and test the commercial power of a teasing number.
मुड़ मुड़ के ना देख मुड़ मुड़ के 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 जिंदगानी के सफर में तू अकेला ही नहीं है हम भी तेरे हम सफर हैं.
Eroticism was the call. But the leading ladies personified shy, demure, fully clad demi-goddesses, an image that had to be retained to avoid censorship.
Hindi cinema required some kind of titillation, They had to entertain. And the heroine was not supposed to dance in any titillating manner, because even smoking was not allowed for a Hindi film heroine. She was supposed to be very virtuous, and she had to be fully clothed and not expose herself or anything of that kind. So they had to find a way of introducing some element of sex appeal.
The demand for an eye candy was soon met. Hindi cinema made room for a special character, an actress who would shed inhibitions and seduce the way leading ladies could not even imagine.
लड़की
लड़की क्या बड़े बड़े आदमी की तो डोले पे मजबूर
Her bad ways earned her the epithet of a vamp, and her coquettish mannerisms found definition in Cabaret.
The vamp was the one who drank and smoked and danced and showed a bit of skin, you know. And the heroine never did that. She would be very virtuous, and she would, they never even bothered about the physical structure of the heroine. If you look at Meena Kumari, she was quite bulky, but she was one of the finest ever actresses, you know. And she was not required to be sexy at all. It's the vamp who did.
तुझको क्या पता जिंदगी में हर दिल को जीत कर जीना है जिंदगी.
The Vamp's camp was also Sans competition. While the leading ladies tussled to get better films, the vamp in the industry knew that she was the queen of the ramp. It was at this time that Bollywood had a new entrant. A pretty and confident Anglo-Indian girl, Cuckoo danced like a dream and sashayed her way into the industry with ease.
कभी हार कभी जीत यही जिंदगी की रीत कभी हार कभी जीत यही जिंदगी की रीत यही जिंदगी की रीत यही जिंदगी की रीत.
She must have been a part of a chorus dancer, and what must have probably happened is that in a particular shot the director must have said, I need a solo dancer. And the choreographer, I'm assuming all this, the choreographer must have said, okay, who is the best out of this? And he must have singled out Cuckoo. And she is taken to play the solo dancer. The costume designer dresses her up. The cameraman shoots her in a particular angle. And obviously she is very graceful. And that starts a trend.
हम प्यार कर ना सकता कि नहीं सकता हम आँख लड़ा ना सकता कि नहीं सकता.
Cuckoo became the original dancing queen of the silver screen. Very soon, films came easy and a Cuckoo number became a fixture in almost every movie. Her graceful, languorous moves added to that a dash of mischief and a tinge of seduction, just the things that drew the audiences into the theatres.
Cuckoo actually developed the Hindi film Cabaret to the next level, in fact. And she was known as a rubber girl because of the flexibility and the ease with which she danced. And she created that slot for herself. It's not that, people went, after her just to her talent or anything of that sort. The thing is that there was a slot kept for a dancer, which was invariably a cabaret dance. So the best person to do that was Cuckoo.
Mehboob Khan's andaz gave Cuckoo the golden opportunity to shine with her supreme talent. She glided across the screen, sharing frame with Dilip Kumar.
तू कहे अगर जीवन भर मैं गीत सुनाता जाऊं मन बीन बजाता जाऊं तू कहे अगर.
And And in Aan, Cuckoo grabbed eyeballs trying to seduce Premnath with this seductive number. Cuckoo was on a roll, and Cabaret made Hindi cinema its own home.
Cuckoo Days was very soft, and she was fully clothed, and she moved very gracefully in the drawing room of the hero when there was a party sequence and he was on the piano. Helen took it to the nightclub.
Coming up, a look at the ultimate cabaret queen of Hindi cinema. The life and times of Helen and the golden steps that etched cabaret in the chronicles of cinema.
This show brought to you by Pizza Hut launches 30 new exciting menu items. What are you celebrating today? Grande Mark II, जो दिखे उसे कहीं ज़्यादा.
The ultimate rock performances with the real rock stars at the 5th Jack Daniels Rock Awards, 5th of Feb at Hard Rock Cafe, Mumbai.
कितना अजीब है ना, हम दिल से ज्यादा आंखों से तोलते हैं, लेकिन सच तो ये है कि चीजें जो दिखती हैं आजमाने पर कहीं ज्यादा होती हैं. ग्रांडे मार्क II, जो दिखे उससे कहीं ज्यादा.
Every little thing you do is an inspiration for us. No wonder our eco-friendly products have earned India's trust for over 50 years. Inspired by you, trusted by the world. Since 1910, Hitachi. Inspire the next.
Do-do-do. 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 Mo-mo-mo. Go-go-go-do-do. Mo-mo-mo. Go-do-do-do.
तुझे तो आज मैं ढूंढ निकालूंगा.
भाई साहब, इसको प्लीज हाथ मत लगाना.
ये लेमिनेट है क्या?
हाँ हाँ.
कौन सा शेड?
107 टेक्नो स्टील वुल. वो फ्लोरेट है. 500 से ज्यादा शेड्स हैं.
ग्रीन लैम्प लैमिनेट्स, हर कोई पूछेगा.
It was the original dancing lass of Tinseltown that gave Hindi cinema its successor, a priceless gem that went on to carve a niche for herself as the H-bomb. The sensuous beauty with anglicized looks and twinkle toes, Helen was synonymous with cabaret. It was on family friend Cuckoo's suggestion that a 13-year-old Helen donned her dancing shoes for Shabistan in 1951. After a round of chorus numbers, Helen's first solo hits came in the form of Alif Laila and Hoore Arab. But the arc lights didn't shine as strong.
Helen had a struggling singing period initially, which was not very long though. And she was part of a chorus and things like that. Because when Cuckoo introduced her, she was still raw. But then she came into her own with that famous number from Barish, Mr. Johnny Baba Khan. That became such a big hit that it became, imperative that producers kept casting her.
It was with the song from the Devanand Nuthan starrer Barish in 1957 that Helen broke new ground.
Mr. John, ya Baba Khan, ya Lala Roshandan. Mr. John, Baba Khan, ya Lala Roshandan.
She set the screen ablaze with her sizzling performance. Barish till date remains a milestone in her career.
Ya Lala Roshandan, jo koi dekhe mera jalwa ho jaye qurban.
The very next year saw Helen give another spectacular number with a song that fails to fade with time. A ringing chart buster in the 50s, Geeta Dutt's magical voice crooned to perfection and Helen slithered into her act.
Mera naam Chin Chin Chu, Baba Chin Chin Chu. Raat chandni mein aur tu, hello Mr. How do you do? Mera naam Chin Chin Chu, Baba Chin Chin Chu. Raat chandni mein aur tu, hello Mr. How do you do? Baba, Baba, Baba.
He never told me why he cast her, but because I guess because he must have seen her in some film earlier than that. And I know that he told me that she was barely 16, 17 years old. And she really looked like a little kid actually. If you see it now, you feel that she must be just 16 or 17, and she performed so beautifully in that song. And that song was a very, very good song, and I think it's popular even today.
Mera naam Chin Chin Chu, Baba Chin Chin Chu. Raat chandni mein aur tu, hello Mr. How do you do?
Her passport to mainstream cinema was Mera Naam Chin Chin Chu. She was like a lovely Chinese doll, and she did a great job of that dance, and she was really the heartbeat of the nation.
And from then on, Helen took the Hindi film industry by storm with one steamy performance after another.
ओ हसीना जुल्फों वाले जाने जहां ढूंढती है काफिर आंखें किसका निशान ओ हसीना जुल्फों वाले जाने जहां ढूंढती है काफिर आंखें किसका निशान.
Known for her daring costumes, bizarre wigs, innovative makeup and the very famous feathers, Helen made a style statement with every performance.
वो अनजाना ढूंढती हूँ, वो दीवाना ढूंढती हूँ, जलाकर जो छिप गया है, वो परवाना ढूंढती हूँ.
Helen formed a great pair with the dashing Shammi Kapoor when it came to dancing with abandon. The two set the screen ablaze with their sizzling dance moves in the songs from Nasir Hussein's suspense thriller Teesri Manzil.
गर्म है, तेज है, ये निगाहें मेरी.
काम आ जाएंगी सर्द आहें मेरी.
तुम किसी
But Helen's fabulous cabaret performances cannot be mentioned without taking one name, that of one of the most versatile singers of the Hindi film industry.
मैं भी हूँ गलियों की परछाई, कभी यहाँ कभी वहाँ. शाम ही से कुछ हो जाता है, मेरा भी जादू जवां.
None other than Asha Bhosle, Helen's screen voice in several unforgettable songs.
आजा 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 सजन पिया मेरी ये रात भी मेरे लबों की बात भी तेरे ही काम की है
She added the required zing with her voice in every song she sang for the dancing diva, making each of them super hits.
मेरी जब मैंने कहा मेरी जब तुमने सुना मेरी जब मैंने कहा मेरी जब तुमने सुना दिल ने दिल से क्या कहा।
जब उनके गाने होते थे तो फोन आता था, आशा जी याद रखिए, आशा जी याद रखिए, हाँ मेरा गाना है, ऐसे करके। तो दूसरी बार कभी कभी वो आके रिकॉर्डिंग में बैठती थी और चॉकलेट वगैरह दे के फिर चली जाती थी। बहुत बिजी रहती थी लेकिन आती थी।
वो आ गया, देखो देखो वो आ गया।
Cabaret is a story. It is that kind of thought process. That's why when she would do Piatu, there was a story. All of them, lots of her songs had a kind of a, in that even if it was in a club, there was something she was telling us. So it was interesting. It was not just a drunk song, or it was not just a sexy song. There was something there. Some story, something she's telling us.
Helen ruled the film industry with her trim figure, sparkling eyes and sultry performances for 20 years. In the 70s, her career hit a low. But even at 40, she bounced back with a fiery performance with the angry young man, Amitabh Bachchan, in Dawn. One of the most famous cabaret numbers of Hindi cinema, another milestone in Helen's career. She showed the world once again that there is no one like her.
Helen ji evolved cabaret. I think she